always scares people when people are authentic. Not that everyone's fake and only some people are authentic. I think everyone's authentic in how they are, in how they operate in the world. I think people authentically want to be perfect or like want to be accepted, and they authentically are driven to be seen away. And then other people are authentically content with life's failures and successes, regardless of what other people think. And then some people are intrigued by said people that are content with failures that most people pull themselves over. And it's like, well, not literally, but like people give up. And so if you're not doing what everyone else is doing, but you're still up in a sense, why? It's because why would I want to be like everyone else when I know what happens already? Obviously, I'm here, so I have to live life in a way that's like appropriate, but I don't want to be a clone. Whether that's music, art, or regular, I will never be a clone. That was just a cover letter.
Would you consider
Would you
ever consider making this a serious
committed?
relationship?
Friends with benefits always look like they would never be a couple, because we've normalized what a couple should look like. They always look like they wouldn't be a couple, like for real. And they always would be the best couples because there was so much pressure. Some people are really scared of like making something official, and I think I'm one of those people because I've done that before. And then you realize you could get hurt, and when you're already dealing with a lot of hurts and pain and loss, or the perception of loss or lack, you don't want to experience that again. You put up a wall, or 4 or 5, so you just hold back.
My name is Chris.
My name is Andre.
You have a friend with Benz.
Yes.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
Just to see where things can go, if they can go farther.
Do you want to be in a committed relationship with her?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question in that deck, the question is, will you be in a committed relationship with me?
Oh man.
Are you ready for that question to come up?
Yeah, I'm ready for that question.
I'm gonna bring her in.
What's going on?
What's your name?
Bailey. I'm Bailey.
How do you
I was just browsing. It's a little more intimate than just sleeping with each other. We go mini golfing.
I would say we are really good friends.
Is this your girlfriend?
No.
Define our relationship. What do we call this?
Situationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would.
Like, you want your relationship to feel like they're choosing you. You want it to feel like they're choosing you, not it's a situation. Which is why friends with benefits is scary in the first place, because you know from the start it was just this. And then developing feelings from that is terrifying, but you can't help it if it happens. You just can't control the outcome of somebody else's free will or choice, which would ultimately set you up for pain because you knew that from the start. Both of you, if it's just friends with benefits or if it's just a situationship. Anything after that is anything that you feel from that and you don't communicate properly, that's on you, and you cannot blame the other party for not feeling the same, regardless of what you've done for them or what you want to do for them or how they feel. This is why I personally don't try to do friends with benefits like on some, this is what this is, because I know that genuinely comes with like one-sided energy just based off of like experiences and past and like just life. Like if you're in a situation where you have to be in that predicament, just communicate. Just communicate.
It's more of like the hookup culture way,
Yeah.
but not like going on dates.
I'm not gonna lie, dates are so overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Even if you're in a relationship, like most people, they really just want intimacy and like companionship. I mean, dates are for people that like that. You know, some people like bicycling, some people like jogging, some people like going to the gym, some people like working out at home, some people like yoga, some people like HIIT workouts. So like dates are overrated to me. Not that I wouldn't like a date, but a specific date would have to be in line. Like you have to know the person that you like or know yourself if you're trying to be with someone. You can't just like be extravagant for somebody that's not looking for that. And you can't be like lazy with somebody that wants the world. So it's like, you just have to know that person. And dare I say, communicate. Because what one person likes, the next person might despise, or vice versa. Like, you might be learning how to impress a woman, and you're learning how to impress a woman based on what they want. And then the woman you like likes some whole other shit. Or the guy that you like just wants your attention, or like just your presence. And some other dude, he wants you to be making like money, or like be out there. He wants you to be like him in a way. And some, you know, you just gotta know your person.
I'd say you're like top 4.
Top 4? Okay, I'll take it.
Don't do that. Don't ever rank dudes. I think dudes are mad competitive. Don't, even if you do that, or you have your own system in your head, don't rank them. Those dudes that are interested in knowing that in the first place are seriously unhealthily competitive because they are worried about somebody else. So you gotta let them be themselves. You don't want them to feel like they're fighting for you. Once they feel like that, then you know anything that comes with them is just based on the premise of beating someone else, which just comes from their own trauma. Not that people don't have trauma, everybody has trauma. And time will tell. That's the thing about friends with benefits. It's like, you never know if the person is just, they're friends with benefits with you because they like doing freaky shit, period. Or they're friends with benefits with you because they're scared of anything further. But they're not a freaky ass person. They're just like inching along. Or like scared. But they're not on some P-star shit. They're not on some like, they're not trying to hop around. Some people are freaks. Like, they don't care. Like, there's no contrition. And some people were like awkward, like they care, but they're just like caught in like a storm. So it's like, just again, know your person.
Have you slept with any other people since we started hooking up?
No. Have you? Have you slept with any people since we started hooking up?
Can I take a shot?
Well, I feel like you kind of admitted that you have, but you can't.
She could have, no. She could have just been like, yeah. Yeah. Even if you want. Yeah. You don't gotta say nothing else. She talk about something. Excuse me. Can I take a shot so I can avoid answering this question?
What if you're to find out the other person was talking to someone else?
I would stop talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Friends with benefits is annoying.
I'd be upset.
I'd stop talking as well. I mean, I don't see.
I don't want to hear about it.
People are weird. It's like they will say they're okay with something just to make sure they don't lose someone. Like if you've ever been in like a relationship that's kind of open, or like a marriage that's kind of open, they'll go, yeah, you can go give someone else attention, or you could go F someone else, just that, or you can go to work and be surrounded by a bunch of dudes or a bunch of girls or whatever it is, and then whole tea, deep down they don't like it, right? But they're only friends with benefits. They can't say, no, I like this person. I'm like, I don't like non-exclusivity. They're never gonna say that until it, like, something blows up. And it's so weird because you just wonder why they won't just push it past what it is. Like, if you feel a way about someone or towards someone, why are you keeping it in the safe zone? You're just hurting yourself, because you're gonna either watch them move on with someone else, or you're gonna stay in one spot with them, which is not the worst thing, but it's non-progressive. It's pretty much lying to yourself. It's pretty much lying to them, and then you expect them to be honest with you, and you're not being honest. So that would be like a double-edged sword, and also like hypocritical. Don't string people along, guy or girl. Like, just keep it as short and honest as possible. So if you're trying to hold on to people or hold on to something for the F of it, or like you're just already in a fearful or like halfway spot with someone, like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're already doing that, being friends with benefits. So being friends with them while you're dating someone, it would just be indicating that you have your options open. Because why would you want to be friends with somebody that you were just effing around with while you're seriously dating someone? What type of friend is that now? Because that was just your friend with benefits. So you would have to like choose.
I'll call my dad right now.
Say, do you know I have a child? Would you be ready to be a grandfather?
That's crazy.
No, I'm here for you guys.
He just wanted his son to have somebody. He said, shoot.
Okay, those are great answers. Well, thank you, Dad. I love you. I'll catch you later, okay?
He don't want his son to feel like some lady with a kid is just trying to plug him into their life so she don't feel alone, or like so she don't feel like she gotta do that by herself because the person she had the kid with ain't shit, or they just didn't work out. He don't want his son to feel like, don't be playing house with somebody that might leave you for the next dude, because you never know. Some people are like genuine and some people are really like manipulative. Even a lot of dudes' self-esteem derives from validation. That's just some Yang-ish. they just like approval. Yes. They like feeling like they got all the claps and all the accolades, and it's like that's just a dude thing. And if they get approval from their dad and they get like approval from their friends and approval for the things they have and who they are, that would make them feel like that dude. So they don't want to be bamboozled by some lady that knows that and would use that knowledge for bad. So just like there's dudes that know that some girls, they're broken or broke, they know that. So like it's their father or their mother will be looking at their daughter like, I don't want some dude to take advantage of you, knowing you need X, Y, and Z. And it would be disingenuous, but we don't want to think like that. We want to think positive. Dads be looking out, and moms.
Oh my god.
Do you think you could ever fall in love with me?
If I allowed myself to, but try not to let myself.
Do you think you could ever fall in love with her?
I don't know. It's not that there's anything not there. It's just I've been hurt a couple times. I mean, I guess.
I'm about to say, he doesn't trust jack squat. He's the type of dude that he likes the idea of a relationship. He seems like he would never allow himself to get past surface level because that's really safe and that's really comfortable and fine. Nobody gets hurt if it's just, we know what it is. Once it starts getting below the surface and oh my god, my foot slipped, and oh my god, something slipped, don't you naturally push that away when you're like, if this turns into something I can't control the outcome of, and then the outcome that I didn't want to happen happens, wouldn't that crush you? Right? And some people are used to that outcome they don't like becoming reality, so they avoid that outcome, period, because they know that's life for them, because they set it up for themselves that way. They do it to themselves. It's self-sabotage. They can't help it. So yeah, that's why it's good to be honest, because whatever you want, you can have in this world. You just have to not force it with something or someone that you aren't 100% sure.
Do you think you could ever fall in love with me?
Yeah. You're really sweet. I
Yeah.
like that.
Falling in love with someone is not just falling in love with their sweet side. You better realize people come with highs and lows. So I know this firsthand. I always used to try to present my sweet side because I thought showing my flaws or like my not so sweet side was gonna like turn everything away and turn everyone off. And then I realized nobody's walking this earth perfectly at all, even people that present that way. Day meets night every time. It's never ending on this plane. So with every light aspect of someone, there's a shadow aspect. So it's like, as nice and sweet someone is, and loving and forgiving, it can be just as cold or dark or like dreary or like whatever. So like whatever you see of someone, their opposite side is just as much. But yeah, friends with benefits is like a way to avoid what you're scared of, which is like full throttle or like full commitment or like getting hurt. You can't really run from anything or pain or like karma. I think people be afraid of relationships because really honestly it's saying you have to face parts of yourself that might not be so comfortable, and then like you have to have conversations and like do things that are not so comfortable. Like you have to sacrifice or compromise, and then some people are so used to taking care of themselves or being emotionally or like financially, because whether they've been hurt in the past or not, it's just comfortable to be by yourself, whether you want something with someone else or not. It's like better that way. So friends with benefits, it's like you can't hurt me because I'm not opening myself up to you like drastically. You're not gonna be like someone that I hold on to. Like friends come and go. Like, you know, you have friends in elementary school, you don't have those same friends sometimes. So naturally we register that as like easy come, easy go. And relationships are more like long lasting. Like we think of like marriage and like kids and life. So you think it's too much pressure after that. It's like, oh, this is somewhat of a permanency. Or like, what if I pick wrong? Or like, what if I like F up my life or my permanency? Or like, what if yada yada? There's so many what ifs, and it's like, well, friends with benefits wouldn't bring you any closer to that anyway, because you're just delaying what you actually want. And you could have like something serious with someone, like with friends with benefits, but that trust would have to go crazy. Like you just have to like really communicate for real, and both people for real. And then some people are not comfortable with like being serious, so to them being serious is like, it's really confrontational and really like painful, because confrontation equals there's an issue, and issues equals something's wrong, and people don't want to feel like something's wrong. People want to feel like everything's okay. It comes back down to control. It's like when you lose something early in life, or you lose a lot, or you don't have a lot, all you want is what you want, right? Some people are greedy, but I think the fear of losing something that you really want or like really have is so detrimental. It would just block you from your blessings for real, because I feel like loss is inevitable. Like you just can't think about that outcome. It's like easier said than done, but the ride of life is not guaranteed. Like you're not guaranteed to wake up the next day. You're not guaranteed to eat. You're not guaranteed to keep your job. You're not guaranteed to have that girl or that guy. Like literally anything can happen. So it is important to like remember to enjoy what's in front of you without thinking up an outcome you don't want. That's easier said than done, but you don't want to do friends with benefits unless you're genuinely able to compartmentalize your emotions and your feelings and your actions and your thoughts. Some people can, and some people can detach healthily, and some people never will be able to do that, and they just put on a show, or guys like they can, because they're so used to like loss or pain. That they generated themselves. So you just gotta find your people, find your match, and be effing for real. Like, friends with benefits is not a bad thing so long as somebody isn't too deep in like too full of themselves. Like, you can't have friends with benefits with someone that feels like they can have anything they want, or like feels like they're never wrong, or like they always lose the bit or the guy, or they feel like they're not enough. I don't even want to be friends with benefits with somebody like that, because it's not even friends with benefits. It's just like a testing phase for you, like to see how much I would put up with you. I personally wouldn't mind friends with benefits, but I'm the type of person that's like unpredictable. So like I don't go out of my way to do it because I want a relationship with someone. I'm personally scared. Like, I've been hurt in the past, so like I would be able to do friends with benefits, but I think me not giving so much of an F would translate to like I'm just using someone, and it's like I'm really protecting myself. But you know, nobody wants to feel like they're not enough, or like they're too much, or like the last or the next person, etc., etc. Like, you just want to be able to think about your time with said person. And friends with benefits like leaves that too open. Like, you can't be exclusive with somebody that's just your friend with benefits. So it's like I could do it, but I couldn't at the same time. I could do it with somebody that I'm really just friends with, but then that ends up turning into like a mess, because you start getting all mixed up with someone and their feelings and their emotions